Hey, it's Bill Hurd with Immaculate Paint Protection. I'm standing in front of a 2017 Ferrari GTB. Just came into our shop. It's here for paint protection and film services and a ceramic coating. 4,100 miles on it or so. The owner just acquired it. Spent the beginning of its life in Florida. So it's been very well cared for at this level, but it doesn't have paint protection film on. Being here in the Northeast in Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton, Lehigh Valley area, owner drives these cars. He drives them a lot. Pretty well-established race car driver in his own right, so he wants to get it protected so he can drive these cars like he should. So we're at the very beginning part of our process. We got the vehicle backed into the wash area. We're going to, we put the seat cover on there, protected the floor liner mat, put the steering wheel cover on. So we're gonna do the rims first. The difference about this car today in the wash is this car has a carbon ceramic brakes on it, so we're gonna be careful with that. A little extra step. Again, you got an expensive vehicle like this, just don't let anybody wash them. That's not being arrogant or saying, no, I'm the only guy that can wash these cars. That's not it. It's just, you gotta be careful with the vehicles you're dealing with, the chemicals you're using, and just, you're not gonna run a car like this down to the car wash. The brake option's $40,000, so we wanna be careful with that. Yeah, we have insurance here, but just having insurance doesn't mean we can do anything stupid. So we're gonna take care of this car. We'll walk you through all the processes as we do it, as we wash it up. So follow along. So we're gonna get ready to wash these rims up here on the Ferrari. I put Gyeon foam by the gallon, or this is the consumer size, a little smaller, but got some foam in there. This is our wheel and tire brush here. So we got the foam in there. We'll hit it with the pressure washer, foam it up, and that's what we're gonna use today to clean these rims and tires on the Ferrari, since it has the carbon ceramic brake rotors. That's what we're worried about right now. So we're gonna do this right, and let's get to it. So we just went through and washed the rims. Came off super nice. The car was in really good shape. The dealer did a nice job prepping it. This would be expected if you buy a Ferrari. So rims are washed, used Gyeon foam. Went ahead, flipped it over to spot-free rinse. I'm gonna bag the rims up now to protect the carbon ceramic as we continue the wash process, so let's keep going. So we got the wheels covered up, Gyeon foam in the foam cannon now, and we're gonna foam the Ferrari up. We'll let it dwell 3 to 5 minutes or so. We'll let the magic of Gyeon foam work. It'll loosen up any of the road grime. We're basically dealing with traffic film at this point on this car. But we'll let the foam work. We'll pressure wash it off. Then we will do iron decon. Then we'll go into, we'll use Gyeon Bathe as our contact wash. So one extra step, but we're doing it super safe here. Wash the wheels. We did the first foam spray down, the foam cannon, using Gyeon foam. Now we're gonna do the iron removing decontamination process. We're gonna use Gyeon iron. These are just 3 different bottles. This is the consumer version. All it is a consumer size. We're a commercial shop, so we buy it by the gallon, and then I use this larger bottle here. So a couple minutes has gone by since we have applied the Gyeon iron remover to the Ferrari, and we'll go over here and we'll take a close look on. When the chemical reaction happens, I'll get the iron becomes purple, with just being a light colored car. Try to focus on that. But with this being a light colored car, the iron's coming off, or you can see that. I mean, you wouldn't see this, if you had a red car or a purple car, you couldn't see it, but that would still have iron on it. So I'm glad we went ahead and did this. It means there's a lot of iron on this vehicle, which makes sense. 4,000 miles, it's been on the road. It picks up iron off the street, off the highway. You wouldn't get iron from this particular car because it's a carbon ceramic brakes. I know we keep talking about carbon ceramic brakes, but it's a big deal here. There's some big stuff right around the prancing horse there. So we're doing the iron removing step now. We're gonna put paint protection film on this. It kind of makes sense. Whatever's on the paint, we have to get it off now before we put the paint protection film on, because once we put that protective layer of paint protection film on, we can't get anything off the paint because it's on there. So we'll get it cleaned up now. We did the whole vehicle because we're gonna do a ceramic coating on this. These are all the same process steps we did here on the Mazda 3. You know, we did iron remover on the Mazda 3. We inspected it for clay bar. Process, vehicle to vehicle, it's gonna be the same. The only difference here is that, you know, we took the extra step of covering up these wheels because they're super sensitive to chemical selection. So you can see that this is working. We're just gonna let this, we're inside now. I'm not worried about this drying off. There's no fans running. It's 70 degrees in the shop, climate controlled. We'll just let this sit on there for a few more minutes. We'll let it do its thing. You can see it. This is nice because what happens is these red flecks, you get enough of them, eventually they'll start playing with your eye. You get this out in the sun and there'll be something embedded into the paint. It's iron. You can really notice it on a white old work truck there. It's got these like almost rust deposit on it. Sometimes it's not. Looks like the horse is doing something there. It's coming out. So just doing the prep, taking a couple extra minutes here. We'll wait on it, and when it's ready to be rinsed off, we'll rinse it off. So we're here with the second application of the iron remover. Still quite a bit of iron on there coming off. I'm glad we went ahead and did the second application of the iron remover. Let it sit on there for some more. We rinsed off the iron remover for the second time. We're gonna go ahead and spray it down one more time, and then we'll call it good. So these are the results of the third round of the iron decontamination process. It's still bleeding off a little bit. Not nearly as much, but we'll just let that set up on there. It's just taking some time, that's all. So we'll let it set up, let the chemical do its thing, and then we'll rinse it off. You can see this is still happening here. So we get one chance to get it clean. Next question we really talk about too is, it really makes sense why we're getting it clean now because of paint protection film. We put paint protection film on top of it. For the rest of the vehicle, when we polish it, the polish won't remove the iron because the iron gets down into, kind of digs in or embeds into the clear coat. So you'd have to remove a hell of a lot of paint to get that iron out of there. And we're not going to compound this vehicle. It's really pretty good shape initial results. So least aggressive method possible when doing paint correction. So hopefully we'll just use a real fine white pad and our Geon primer polish, which is a super fine polish, which will minimize the amount of paint we take off, which will be almost nothing, and maximize the gloss. So I mean, yeah, you could compound all this off, but you would probably burn all your clear coat off in the process. So that's why this iron removing step is really a really nice way to get the car, for lack of a better term, super clean, free contaminants. You can still see some that's coming in off of here and looking just right. So we'll let this set up there for a while. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so we're finally 3 steps down. Now we're ready for the contact wash, 2-bucket method, 1 bucket, 2nd bucket. The big red bucket here, that's the stop bucket. So this has just clean water in it and our wash mitt, clean water in our wash mitt. So we'll rinse the wash mitt out in there after every small section on the panel. Here is our water soap mix. Today's formula is Geon Bathe. So we're using Geon Bathe in the green bucket. Green means go, red means stop. We're gonna start at the top, into the red bucket, bring it out, get some soap. We'll do half the windshield, into the red bucket, bring it out, get some soap, do half the hood. We'll jump around to the driver's side, top down. Look, at this point, I'm really confident there's nothing heavy or nothing nasty on the car, but you never know. Continually cleaning out the bucket. I don't know if you can see it in there or not. The bucket has grit guards. Simple, if you're doing this at home, that's the best $10 you can ever spend. So you spend that in any of the grit, contamination, fines, sand, gravel, the fines on the road. You shake your red out, that goes to the bottom there, and it keeps the mitt from touching it. So a pretty awesome device. It really will cut down the swirls and the scratches on your vehicle when you're washing it. So 2-bucket method. We're gonna wash this Ferrari up here, and then we'll rinse it off. So we're gonna spot free rinse it off, and then we'll dry the vehicle. Look, you probably don't have a Ferrari at home. I don't have a Ferrari at home. I don't have a car. That's for another video. Here's the point. Whatever vehicle you got, if you're taking the time to wash your car and you want to do it right, and you want to take all these steps to it, the last thing you want to do is use a bunch of cheap microfibers and don't take care of them, all right? So the microfiber tip of the day, wash on cold, dry on low. Buy high quality microfiber towels, spend 50, 50, 60, 80 bucks on microfiber towels. Take care of them. They're gonna last a long time. If you spend a lot of money, have somebody paint correct your car or do a ceramic coating, it's gonna make a big difference. It's gonna be the difference between having your car look good and, getting an attaboy from your detailer, your ceramic coating installer. It's gonna be the difference between going to the car show and having your car look good versus the other cars that look all swirled up. Just take care of your microfiber towels. Buy some high quality microfiber towels. There's a lot of good ones out there. Do your research, and then it'll help you keep the cars looking good. So high quality microfiber towel here. We're gonna use this one on the body. You'll see we're gonna jump in. I have some black microfiber towels here I use in the shop. The black towel tells me that should only be used on the rims. You don't be touching the towel on the rim and then go touch the body on the car. It's just that simple. But if you have a color code system for your towels, it makes life a lot easier. So we're gonna dry this vehicle off now, and we're almost done here with the prep wash.
Packages, pricing, and more. Visit us at ImmaculatePaintProtection.com.